Howdy and welcome. This is Reed Ransom, and I'm playing Lunar 2, Eternal Blue. It took me a little while to get this set up on the, the emulator to play properly. I have the discs, but emulator's giving me a little trouble with recording settings. I think I've got it all dialed in now. I think I've got it tweaked just right to give a suitable quality recording. I've already done this intro at least half a dozen times. And had problems of one type or another that have forced me to abandon it and start over. And I'm really kind of tired of doing it. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and start, and I'll meet you on the other side of the intro and credits.
Hanging silently in space, the world in the shadow of the blue star was once a lonely, barren place, unfit for habitation. However, Althena took pity on that world and transformed it into a place of beauty and wonder. She called the new world Lunar. Time and circumstance conspired to force Althena to populate Lunar with people from the blue star, and, just as on the world from which they came, life was held in a delicate balance. Through times of peace, war, chaos, and battle, the blue star loomed as the only constant in the new world. Thousands of years passed, burying the origin and purpose of the blue star in the sands of time. Eventually, inhabitants of Lunar forgot why the blue star was there or how it came to be, until a girl awakened that could join the two worlds, or tear them apart forever.
This is not the time for my awakening. Something's gone terribly wrong.
Ruby, did you say something?
Oh, great. Don't tell me you're hearing voices now.
I'm sure I heard something. I should have brought Grandpa's chisel. This is way harder than I thought. Ugh.
Hurry up and get the dragon's eye. The timer's almost run out on the trap.
Trap? What trap? Ah! Why didn't you tell me about that earlier?
I did, but you were too wrapped up in getting the jewel to listen.
Oh yeah, the jewel. Hold on, I've almost got it.
Hurry, hero.
There, I got it.
What's that rumbling?
Oh no! The exit's closing! Hurry!
Oh, hero, don't die on me. You just can't die.
I'm okay, Ruby. It's just a few bruises.
Okay, that's it. No more exploring for us. I can't do this anymore, hero. We always end up getting in some sort of
Shh! Ruby, listen.
What?
Ah! Come on, Ruby, let's get out of here! Well, looks like you've caught us in another messy situation. Oh, by the way, if you haven't figured it out, my name is Hero, and the flying cat is named Ruby. She says she's actually a baby red dragon, but I don't know if I quite believe her. She doesn't care though. We've been friends for what seems like forever. My grandfather Gwen is an archaeologist who taught us how to explore ancient ruins like this. Well, not exactly like this. Grandpa'd have a coronary if he saw me in this kind of danger, but you get the idea. I think it's so cool that these dungeons and ruins that time forgot can be found and explored by someone like me. The world I live in today is the result of things that happened long ago. Someday, I'll gather enough information from ruins like these to prove that.
Whoa!
And we're back. Almost 11 minutes. It's quite a long intro. This game is, well, as you can probably already guess, if you're not familiar with this game, it is, it's quite an epic, game. This and the first one, of course. This one, I think, as I recall, it was a little more, a little more, I say heavy, on the, I guess they input in a lot more of the sort of full motion video cutscenes and more spoken dialogue, which at the time, if you're playing games these days, it's you just take all that for granted. At the time, that was all pretty innovative and new thing, afforded them by the miracle of the optical disc, and that storage format gave them the ability to put a lot of stuff in that you couldn't do before. But anyhow, this is a great game. I don't remember much about it. I don't really remember much about it. I think I've got a pretty good recollection of what happened in the Silver Star story. If you're asking yourself why aren't you playing that one on the channel first, well, that'd be the answer. I'm gonna do something about this volume. It seems just a little bit on the loud side. Let me see if I can just get this down just a bit more. There we go. So if you're asking yourself why I'm not playing the first game first, it's just I know it. I know the first game, and I don't remember the second one. So I thought that'd be fun for me, and that's really what this is about at this moment. So let's get started here. I'm still pretty new to this whole thing, recording for YouTube, and of course playing this sort of game for YouTube. And so really, I kind of don't really know where I'm going to go with this commentary-wise. If I'm supposed to read all this out, I mean, you all have eyes. You can read what she's saying there, especially if I leave it up on the screen for so long as I'm doing in this case. But I'll make sure and leave it up there, and maybe I'll read a few, and I probably won't do any silly voices, but we'll see. We'll see. For now, let's get started here. And okay, need to click back on that screen to make it active. There we go. That is a small price to pay. Well, it's up to her to judge. I don't have wings. Don't know what it feels like to burn them. I'm not a little baby flying cat, so she says so. That's fine. All right, let's get back to Grandpa's house. Which controller am I using? There we go. Movement a little bit jerky. Maybe that's normal. I do have a run button somewhere here, I think. Nope. Maybe not on this particular part of the map yet. Definitely not on the overworld map. Now, one thing I've learned, and I learned on one of the previous attempts I had to record this, is, and this is really goes true for any of these, these old RPGs, and modern games as well, but especially in these older ones, save early, save often. So we're gonna try to remember which button it is to save. Not that one. That one. We're gonna save right now. We're gonna save it right there, right now, and because the last time not the last time, but on a previous attempt here. Oh, and now we've all of a sudden switched to the analog controller. That's bizarre. The analog stick, fine. All right, analog, regular D-pad. Strangest thing. All right, well, there's my run button. All right. Let's go ahead and get this first battle over. Now, this isn't the battle where I died, but I did die in one of these battles here a moment ago. And, not a moment. It was yesterday, in fact. But on a previous attempt, and it wasn't this one. If you're not familiar, again, there's a pretty standard old style Japanese RPG battle system. We have our defend, items, attack, magic. We've got all that. We also have AI that will set up. It just sort of lets the computer run it. It will. I don't really know how smart it is. It's been a long time since I've played this or the previous game, and I don't remember exactly how smart it is about picking what to do. But it generally does a pretty good job, and I'd say for a lot of the easier encounters, you're probably pretty safe running AI, especially when you get a little higher level and you have these low-level encounters that, this really still feels a little loud to me. All right. And we need these low-level encounters that that are just more troublesome and bothersome, or not troublesome, but more just bothersome than they are anything else. And that's a great option for that. Click back on the screen again. Of course, you can also run, and you can set up like macros. You can set up like, well, I think you can set up one. Yeah, you can like record ones, or it comes with some standard ones. I think it's just, well, I guess we selected one in this case. But then you can set up like for, set up like macros for actions that you want to repeat all the time. Hero attack, somebody else magic, somebody else attack, and you can do that. We're just going to AI through the rest of this one since this guy's probably about to die. And unfortunately, he didn't kill me. All right, first battle down. Well, wasn't really running away. Well, we ran away from the flaming monsters. All right, well, let's go over to the statue of Althena and send a love prayer. A love prayer to the lovely goddess. I always feel nicer after a blessing too. All right, feeling better. Now, what we're gonna do again, because we're gonna save again. I'm not going to do that after every battle. And speaking of battles, another thing just I want to address, a lot of these old games can be a bit grindy. And of course, a lot of new, modern games can be a bit grindy. But I know it's the case on a lot of these older ones, especially that you've got to just do some grinding between, certain key events and such, just to make sure you can, handle what's coming at you. And I'm probably not going to do that, on camera, as it were, while I'm recording. Probably if it feels like I need to do a little bit of grinding in between things, I'll just do that in between recordings, and so join back with you, afterwards. And if I have to do a little bit on screen as well, well, so be it. May cut every now and then if I'm going to be going through like a long, mountain pass, or a long sort of like a little maze or dungeon. It just doesn't feel like there's going to be anything really important happening. I'll probably cut there too, and just splice it back together in editing, just so you don't have to deal with me walking around fighting all these just little battles and having nothing to say. Not that necessarily what I have to say is going to be particularly interesting, but on the off chance it is, we'll catch the interesting stuff. And we'll skip the boring stuff. There's bound to be a lot of it. Like this. Let's not AI. Let's not AI, because that... No, let's AI. Let's just go ahead and do some AI. These guys look... I think they're pretty weak, yeah. And they can't... even if they all hit me, I'm not going to die, I think. Now, Ruby, of course, I don't believe we... she does attack, she does her own little thing, but we don't really control her actions, I think. We can control the other characters. She just kind of does her own thing, and that's fine. She's pretty chill. And I guess we can't really... We do a little sprint, but we can't run constantly. Okay. All right. That's fine. We're moving along. I had a few more battles last time I came through here. Oh, we're gonna hit. Yeah, well, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Can we AI this one? Sure, let's do it. Okay, I guess we can do attack twice when it's on one. When it's just on one mob. No crits on this guy, but we got him eventually. How we doing on... You know what, let's go ahead and we're going to actually use some of our... well, now we're back to the D-pad. All right. Yeah, there we go. Let's use some herb. Some lovely, lovely herb. All right. And, now see, this is the... Yeah, Oh, you know what I think it is? I think I'm actually hitting this button on here, and that's changing me. Because I bet if we do that, now it's that, and now it's that. All right, that was me. That was the my little problem here, switching back and forth between the D-pad and the analog stick, was me hitting a button on my gamepad. Let's see. Can we AI this one? Sure, we can. Oh, he did us something. Oh, we got 2 attacks there. She'll take care of him for us. And he's not too strong, obviously. We're still in the little starter level, so none of these guys are going to be really strong. As long as we stay healed up in between battles, we should be fine. We should be fine. And if this is like most games, it probably is. You know, there's a probably a good chance we level up here shortly. Oh, why can't we? There we go. And you know, we're just gonna keep saving. The one thing I'd hate to do is die in one of these just easy battles and have to do this all over again. I mean, we're still just in the very beginning. All right. Up or down? Where do you think? Definitely, I mean, not down, but sideways. And maybe I should fight a few more of these battles. And oh, something's happening. Yeah, now what did we do? It's a good question, Ruby. That is a damn good question. And we didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Not that I know of. I certainly didn't do that. Cause a airship of some kind to materialize.
Wow, Hero! Get a load of that! It's incredible! But what the heck is it? It looks like a ship, but it moves without wind or sails.
Hey, you! Yes! You over there! What are you doing in this area?
Who does this Joker think he is?
My name is Hero, and this is Ruby. Identify yourself.
Certainly. I am White Knight Leo, leader of Althena's Guard. And this is the dragon ship Destiny. Now then, listen up. You kids need to evacuate this area. I don't want to see any civilians accidentally caught in the middle of this thing. Return to your home immediately. Move it!
Excuse me, quite a lot of pollen in the air here right now. Yeah, this guy sure is bossy. What an asshole, right? You know, could have said, did he say please? No, I don't think he did. I wasn't really paying attention. You know, he told us to get the fuck out of here, so let's get the fuck out of here. Now, well, we're going to make our own decisions, but it's probably best that we don't stick around. The game mechanics probably won't allow us to do that. I mean, I think we're being presented with a false, you know, sort of false kind of option of choice here in the matter. I don't think we really have any choice in the matter. I think it's just going to make us leave. Too many country folk. Well, I'm not really familiar with sort of the, you know, well, I have a map here. Actually, I've got a map of this world that came with this big box of stuff that came with the game. But, you know, I'm not really familiar at this moment with the sort of metropolitan areas here in this game, so we are very well probably country bumpkins. And we'll take Ruby's word that she's not a pet. Excuse me. Oh, I wasn't reading long. That was just coincidence. Leader of Althena's Guard. Okay. I am. Please explain. I need that sort of exposition to keep this game moving and give me a deeper and more thorough understanding of the world in which I'm playing. So let's hear it. Please do. Please do educate me. was nice of him to remember my name, though. Approaching an era of darkness destruction has been foretold. I don't really put much faith in all that, or much stock in all that. I don't have any faith in anything, I guess. But if he says so, the prophecies are not set in stone. Well, that's fine. We can always carve a new stone if they were. Possible future, not an inevitable one. That's why you currently behold the dragon ship destiny. Because it was written, or because it was prophesized, but not foretold? Not inevitable? Was it not inevitable that we saw the dragon ship destiny? It was just a possibility that we saw it? That we were going to see it? Well, let's let him explain. Wield the goddess of strength and save this world from cataclysm. Alright, if you say so. Or at least he is asking. Cannot guarantee your safety. That's always kind of menacing when they hear people say it that way. But we should probably do what he says.
Set a new course. Destination? Quinn's Research Outpost.
Well, you do look like a cat. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here. I mean, most cats don't have a big fluffy, whatever that is, chest fluff. And most cats won't let you put a bow on them. I'll give you that. So maybe you don't look exactly. You sure the hell look a hell of a lot like a cat to me. All right. It's either era of darkness, destruction of the world, all very, very exciting stuff. And it is. Oh, I didn't think it was that creepy. But, all right. Oh, Gwen. That's right. Gwen is our grandpa. That's right. Well, let's go see what. Let's go see what Grandpa's up to. That's probably where we're going. Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. And you know what? Looks like we're coming up on a good wrapping up point. So. With that, let's get out of here ourselves. Like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to keep playing and keep uploading either way, but it would be certainly nice if you would leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. And thank you for watching if you did, and I'll see you next time.